Hello everyone, I am Charlie from Dr. Wen and welcome to another daily Doctor Who YouTube video. As promised, I'm back again with another video on Wednesday, where I will explain, as you can see from the slide, which Master is my favourite. I will only be including new Who Masters in this video, so not people like Roger Delgado, Anthony Ainley, people like Dan, Eric Roberts. I'll only be including Derek Jacobi, John Simm, Sacha Dhawan and Michelle Gomez. This isn't a ranking video, I'm only going to be explaining the good things and bad things about each Master, and I'm open to hear your opinions as well, so post who your favourite Master is in the comments. Also, I noticed only 50% of you are subscribed. I'm not going to force you to, obviously. I wouldn't be able to do that even if I wanted to, but it would be really helpful to me and the channel if you did subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. First off, we have the War Master, played by Derek Jacobi. He only appeared in one episode of one 3-parter. The main reason why I don't like him that much is that I don't really have that much to work on with him. He was only in Utopia before he regenerated into John Simm at the end. I really wish we saw more of him. I feel like Derek Jacobi was born to play the Master, and he plays him really well in fact, but for the most part we don't really actually get to see him play the Master. He uses a chameleon arc to disguise himself as a human professor known as Professor Yana, which stands for You Are Not Alone, because of the Face of Rose prophecy. But Derek Jacobi has done lots of Big Finish, and the War Master appears a lot in books, and we do get some insight in Big Finish about where he stands with all the other Masters in Classic Who and New Who. My favourite episode of his is Utopia, obviously by default, because this is his only episode, but he does play the Master really well. So for each of these Masters I'm going to explain my favourite episode that they're in, not in terms of the episode in general, but how good the Master is in that episode. Next we have the Harry Saxon Master, played by John Simm. Harry Saxon is the alias he used when he disguised himself as the Prime Minister on Earth, and I didn't really like him in that first appearance actually. I think he was too childish and over the top, which doesn't really suit this Master. In the end of time he was a little bit more controlled, but still crazy, but there's a reason for him being crazy. This was because of the resurrection, which I'll get into later. But he also appeared in World Enough and Time with one of his future selves, and that is MISSY. And that is my favourite episode that he is in fact. And I think this is my favourite version of him. More quiet and calm. That's what the Master tends to be a lot of the time, and I think those kind of Masters work much better than the mad and over the top ones. I think that's the Doctor's job. But yeah, I really like this Master, and the only criticism I have towards it is that he was a bit over the top in his first appearance, and the resurrection was fairly poor storytelling on Russell T Davies' part. Overall, just for Derek Jacobi, I think John Simm was literally born to play the Master. Next up we have what's believed to be the Master's final incarnation, and it's the first female incarnation we saw of the Master. They did it even before the Doctor, and that is the incarnation known only as MISSY, who is played by Michelle Gomez, and she, for lots of people, is their favourite Doctors, and I completely respect that. I think I really like Michelle Gomez's take on the Master, and she played her a bit like sort of like a psycho Mary Poppins, which was really interesting to see. We got glimpses of her throughout Series 8. When people died, they went to this place that we only knew as Heaven, and MISSY was out there waiting for them. We didn't get the reveal that she was the Master until the finale of Series 8, Dark Water Death in Heaven. One of my subscribers actually first watched that recently, and please post down in the comments if you were expecting that reveal or not. I also like how I like how this is implied to be the Master's final incarnation. I'm pretty sure that in The Doctor Falls then she dies permanently and isn't able to regenerate. And I do feel that her redemption arc towards the end of Series 10 was ruined a bit by her meeting her past self who persuaded her to go evil again. I really think that Peter Capaldi, alongside Pearl Mackie and Matt Lucas, really deserved another series of Doctor Who, with Michelle Gomez as a master who has redeemed herself, and I think she should have died in the finale of that, closing her arc completely. And I think this is also the incarnation where she got her love for Cybermen. Well, that might have been the O-Master, I'm not too sure, because she is rather fond of Cybermen in this incarnation. My favourite episode of hers, just like with Johnson, is Well Done Up in Time, which I've given an incredible 9.8. It is in my top 5 favourite episodes, and in fact it is second. Next up we have the most recent incarnation of the Master that we've seen so far, known as O. He's played by Sacha Dhawan, and just like with all the other Masters, I believe that Sacha was born to play the Master. He did a brilliant performance playing him, especially in Spyfall, which is my favourite episode in terms of the Master, not necessarily for the 13th Doctor though, and he works really well with the 13th Doctor. I think with any other Doctor, then, I don't know, it just wouldn't be the same as him in 13. The reveal on the plane at the end of Spyfall Part 1, that was brilliant, and I really wasn't expecting it. I thought I would be like a surprise companion for the next few episodes, but no. I'd heard rumours that the Master was going to be in Series 12, but I didn't realise he'd be introduced so soon. I presume to be in the finale, which he is. Anyway, I do think he is a bit over the top and mad, but I think he is a better version of the Johnson Master, who at the start I said was a bit mad and over the top, but this is the exact same, but in a good way almost. It's quite hard to explain. Anyway, I'm about to reveal my top spot. I would do a drum roll, but I don't really know how to add sound effects. Anyway, and the winner is O. You might not have been expecting this because of how much I talked about how I liked the MISSY Master, but O is just such a good Master. As I was saying before, he did a brilliant performance playing it. He was born to play the role. He works really well with the 13th Doctor, and he's a much better version of the John Simm Master. The reveal is brilliant. He's brilliant in all his episodes. There is nothing not to like about this Master, in my opinion. Most people don't like him because of, the whole Timeless Child thing, but personally I quite like him in the Timeless Child, not as much as in Spyfall, but he was a really good Master, and I really want to see him again. I have, in Series 13, I have a feeling that in the 2021 Christmas special, he's going to cause the 13th Doctor to regenerate in some way into, well, the 14th Doctor, which will hopefully be Joe Martin. Anyway, next time. Tomorrow, then I will be ranking all 11 TV stories from Series 8 of Doctor Who, which features the 12th Doctor, played by Peter Capaldi, Clara Oswald, played by Jenna Louise-Coleman, and the Master, played by Michelle Gomez. Stay in tune for that. I'll see you then, and goodbye.